Hey everybody, welcome back. And this has been a very interesting week, month we should say, for Lord of the Rings news. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, this Gollum movie that was announced a few days back that's supposed to have Andy Serkis directing it, Peter Jackson producing it, supposed to be focusing on the tiny bit of period that's mentioned in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy about the hunt for Gollum, and I guess they're going to make a movie or maybe a two-part film out of it. I don't know how they're planning on doing that. Very weird decision after this Gollum game that came out in 2023 was so horrible, so poorly received, and so poorly executed that it caused the studio to shut down. So I don't understand this direction that they're taking, where they want to either try to reboot or revamp or take pieces that were already covered more or less in the original movies and try to exploit them and get more money out of it. It's like you're going back to the same well, and the well has run dry at this point. Sure, there's a market for Lord of the Rings entertainment, but it doesn't have to be the original trilogy. It doesn't have to be these original characters. Go for something like get the rights to the Silmarillion, do something with the first age. Because we know Rings of Power did not properly give us the second age. Now, in case you didn't know, Rings of Power just dropped their trailer, their little teaser trailer for Season 2. And what you see here is Charlie Vickers, aka Halbrand, the made-up character that Rings of Power decided to use as their surrogate Sauron for Season 1. Of course, they created this weird love interest with him and Galadriel, or Galadriel, we should say. And of course, that character, Halbrand, turned out to be the one that taught Celebrimbor how to make the elven rings, which again goes completely, it conflicts with the original story, with the lore, the canon, with Silmarillion, about how the rings were crafted, about the involvement of Anatar, this character that was this ethereal elf from Valinor who was supposed to be an emissary of the Valar. So now we have Anatar, a season too late, and it's the same actor, Charlie Vickers, with a horrible blonde wig. I mean, look, I've got a 5 head, okay? I've got a receding hairline. This man has got a 6 head. I don't know where they found this wig, but to be honest, why would you make this guy look so dark and brooding? Look at his outfit. He's supposed to be trustworthy. He's supposed to be trying to gain the trust of the elves. And unfortunately, this isn't cutting it. But this is the thing with Rings of Power. They have never executed anything well. Everything has always been bargain basement, cringe, horrible looking armor. And of course, they spent almost $1 billion collectively between the production of these films, the rights to the stories, and it has not panned out for them because everything has been one gigantic waste of money, unfortunately, due to the fact that they decided to purchase their rights to this without securing the rights to the Silmarillion, where they could actually expand on the second age of Middle-earth. And so here you see this article from That Park Place talking about how the trailer for this Season 2 has been completely roasted, downvoted, destroyed on YouTube. And there's a lot of fun comments that we're going to go through in a minute. But yeah, at the time of this article being written, it was sitting at 26,000 dislikes with 16,000 likes. Things have shifted massively since then, and we'll get to that in a second. So you have these shills, these people on Twitter, these bots, whatever they are, because a lot of these are bots, do not just take my word for it. Go on Twitter, look around. You'll see a lot of bot activity. Unfortunately, even after Elon bought Twitter, the bots are still going strong. But this guy here, woman, whatever they actually are, says, so awesome of them to include a cool shot of Elrond drawing his sword in the Rings of Power teaser. For those of us who love the cool shot of Elrond drawing his sword in The Hobbit. First off, most Lord of the Rings fans hated the Hobbit movies. I can appreciate them for what they are. I enjoyed bits and pieces of them. It should have been one movie or maybe one shorter 2-part film type thing. I don't know. But nobody is looking at this Elrond here and going, oh yeah, we have this cool shot of him taking his sword out just like Elrond down here. Sorry, that's not a thing. And of course you have this guy Chud Dudley pointing out, he's like, I understand Rings of Power is trying to be inclusive as possible, but they could have edited this out. And what he's talking about is this thing right here. Let me see, I'll blow it up. So you've got them riding on horseback. Then you've got what looks to be dark, like a dark woman's, like a black woman's hair under the water. Then you've got these tentacle-looking things on this monster. Then you've got the black woman with the wig. It's like, oh my god, that just looks... It looks unintentionally a little, yeah, it just looks bad. So what we are seeing now, if you have the extension on Chrome for the dislike counter, the official Lord of the Rings Season 2 Rings of Power teaser trailer is officially at 47,000 upvotes to 169,000 downvotes, and this just came out 10 hours ago, and it has already been ratioed by almost 4 times the total number of dislikes to likes. Absolutely insane. And of course, what made this even better was that House of the Dragon decided to drop their trailer, their season 2 trailer, the same day as Rings of Power. And of course, what you don't see a lot of people, talk about is the fact that even though House of the Dragon decided to be more diverse and inclusive and start mixing in different ethnicities and stuff, people still love the show. 74,000 likes to only 1,000 dislikes. Now, just like Rings of Power, I will say, if you have the YouTube studio, if you are a creator and you know what happens behind the scenes, a lot of times this dislike extension doesn't work 100% properly. Sometimes these dislikes will be far greater than what we see here. So you could say maybe there's actually 3,000 dislikes on here. Fine. This dislike counter could be over 200,000 dislikes that we can't even see on here, okay? It could be huge. Of course, Stephanie says, House of the Dragon is doing what Rings of Power can't, build excitement and anticipation for their new season, and it's 100% true. People are actually excited for House of the Dragon. People do not care about Rings of Power. The people who started watching the show gave up after the second episode. And of course, the top comments on YouTube are fantastic. What impresses me most about this trailer is that they haven't turned the comment section off. Elves, oh no, Halbrand is actually Sauron. Halbrand puts on wig and pointy ears. Elves, where did he go? Must have been the wind. This guy says, before this comment section shuts down, I just need all of you to collectively know you've made me laugh so hard I pulled a muscle in my lower back and have added 50 years to my life. Thank you. I asked for a single hair from his golden wig. He gave me 3. I think he has been here all along. Maybe the real Sauron are the friends we made along the way. Build me a wig worthy of Mordor. My favorite part is when Sauron is researching spiders in the Amazon. But they were all of them deceived, for another wig was made. Somehow Sauron has returned. I mean, it just goes on and on, guys. There are so many great comments to go through. So I suggest, if you want a good laugh, go through the comments section, take a look, read through some of these, watch the trailer for yourself. I am not going to play it because I've had to deal with copyright claim stuff in the past. It's just a headache. I don't have to deal with that. But all I will tell you is, much like the first season, it looks like a lot of big budget special effects, a lot of crappy looking costumes, poorly, written dialogue, really, really crappy characters. Again, not canon. It's like really cheap, horrible fan fiction that's poorly done. It's not even executed properly. If it was like those Shadows of Mordor games where the second game really ruined canon, but it was still fun and really well done, that you could still enjoy it, then I could at least appreciate the show for what it is. The show's not even good. So that being said, let me know what you guys think about all this. Let me know if you're planning on watching Season 2, and I will catch you guys later. Alright, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.